welcome to the stage, Mike Zakarian.
Let's go. What's going on, party people? Happy Monday. Happy Monday. Hope everybody had a great weekend, all right? It was like, I don't know, it was like 70 degrees here. It was warm. It was weird, but it was good. We had a good one. Took a bath yesterday in football, which is good. It's important to be clean on a Monday. We got to get some drafts in. That's what we're doing today. Let's get some business out of the way, which I'm sure going to bring up a couple of times. NBA starts tomorrow. We're back tomorrow, which means the marathon show is tomorrow, presented by MoonPay, baby. We're going to be live from noon until 7:15-ish. I don't know, until the first tip of Rockets and Thunder tomorrow. Very great, Rockets and Thunder. Yeah, very excited. We've got plenty of guests. Some are dropping like flies, but we still got plenty of guests. Very excited for the show. It'll end with our first ever live before lock. We're going to have some Splash Sports contests. We'll have some pick'ems. We'll have Trill Bro Dude here. We'll have the 89 Cavs. I think we've got a friend of mine that's a very important person is going to stop in. We got a really full show. It's going to be great. Right now, just so you know, we are streaming because it's best ball. It's the last one. I was just trying to get some more eyeballs on it. We're streaming on both the Elite Fantasy Sports and on the NBA Bit. Tomorrow will be on the NBA Bit. So we'll be there all day long. We also have a So Rare NBA show tonight on the So Rare channel, I believe at 5:30 p.m. Eastern time to get you ready for the slate. Going to be some real good stuff. I'm excited. But do me a favor, like the stream, subscribe to the channels, and if you're watching on Twitter, don't give Elon that cash. Come on over to YouTube. I'm sure that's less problematic. Let's get into some best ball, shall we? And then we can talk about some developments that we've had over the last couple of days, like our poor Joker Rock, who's just been getting absolutely hammered with Memphis Grizzlies news. First, they came for John Morant. I'm going to enter in one right now. As you can see, we have 7 left, just 7 best ballies left. We're waiting for 5 more if you want to jump in here. But first, they came for John Morant. Then they came for Ty Jerome, which I'm a little concerned, guys, that we still don't have the Ty Jerome news. I think some good news about Ty Jerome going down. We got Breakneck TV in the chat. Let's go. What's up, Breakneck? Thanks for hanging out. But yeah, the good news I would say for Ty Jerome is that I think if it was an Achilles, which is what I thought it was, the way he went down, because they would have announced it by now, I think. So they still haven't announced it. I really don't know what that means. I really don't. Scottie Pippen Jr. is going to miss like 4 months, dude. I mean, just Memphis is running down just so bad. Memphis is running so bad. Jump Shooty in the chat says drinking hot tea today to help get ready for tomorrow. Yeah, we will be. And pineapple juice. Pineapple juice is actually really good for it. But yeah, I will be. But yeah, so Jerome sounds like he's going to be down for a while. Oh, we got courtside up in here. One more day until the Magic start their championship run. Go get it. I got to tell you though, man, Cedric Coward, I think that is like the best ball brain there. Waiting for one more. And then what I thought we could do is go through some of these older drafts that we had at the beginning to see if any of them were exciting, right? If we like lucked into any sort of draft luck there based on injuries and stuff like that. Oh, we got Stubbs in the chat. Let's go, Stubbs. Stubbs had a nice little performance there in the Guillotine League. Which is going to see me bounce from it this week. All right, let's see who do we got here. We got Kobe Goat. First name I recognize, Matty Harrison here, drafted from the 6 hole. We got Joker Rock from the 10. Looks like I'm going to be at the 11. Anybody else in there that I'm not seeing? Everybody always thinks these are going to overlay because the double dribble doesn't fill right away, and then all of a sudden it fills like 30% in 4 days. It's nuts. Yeah, poor Memphis, man. Memphis has run so bad. But yeah, I've been moving up on a lot of rookies. That's kind of been the biggest change I've seen so far in my drafting. Been taking a lot of Dylan Harper, a lot of VJ Edgecombe, because it sounds like I don't know when Paul George is going to be ready. I don't know. I don't think Philly knows either. I don't think it's going to be too long, but Edgecombe sounds like he's going to start. Nick Nurse is like, we're going to play him like real minutes. So the rookies have been moving up quite a bit, but the drafts have been a little bit weird too. I think people are just trying to get their sweat on here before the start of the NBA season. and some weird ones. Been seeing Wemby like continue to go 2 here after, even though the established the run bros who put out their rankings and projections said, wow, holy crap, Paulo just went 4. This is what I'm talking about. Sometimes, man, what a freaking gift for Matty Harrison. Matty at the 6 hole is going to get either Shea or Luca. Shout out Radio Cambodia. Even Tony Maroney is like Paulo at 4. Paulo at 4. Wow. Luca at 5. So you get an SGA share at 6, but let's see how much you really like. How much do you really like Detroit basketball? Not that much. Joker Rock said took some Coop and Ace, same draft the other day. Don't know how I feel about my drafts lately. Yeah, I mean, listen, I fall into this trap, or I don't know if is trap the right word. This spot here where like you're drafting so much, you're like, it's so, like you just feel like you're clicking the same buttons over and over and over again. It starts to drive you a little crazy. So I understand. All right, Ant-Man, we got Cade, then Ant. I would love for one more person to do something weird here, but it looks like we'll be staring at a Sengun or a Trae Young share would be my guess. Have moved Sengun up to almost like 8 here down the stretch just to try to get a little bit more because he's been someone I haven't gotten as much that as I would like to. Let's see. No, we won't. Goon goes 9. Oh, I thought I was drafted from the 10 hole. I'm drafted from the 11 hole, excuse me. So I was never going to get the Gooner. Sabonis, they announced he's going to miss at least a week. So we'll just take amen, prayers up. AT, are you with me? But it sounds like he's going to miss at least a week. Don't love that. I wanted them to say a week instead of at least a week, but a week it is. So that's a bummer. That's a bummer for the Light the Beam Kings who have just signed Russell Westbrook, which I don't like. Okay, what are we doing, Sacramento? I've been taking a lot of Jaylen Brown here at 14, too. I've just been trying to up my exposure to JB. DJP was saying, who do you like from the Kings in Memphis for so rare? All right, hold on. We're back on the clock. Oh, wait. My phone said we're on the clock, but we're not on the clock. Why did my phone do that? Who do I like for Memphis and so rare? And from Sacramento. Let's start with Sacramento first. Sacramento, and after I draft this, I'll pull these up. I know it's not going to show you so rare L10s. I hate that Jay Dassey's just taking the clock all the way down. I want to get through 2 of these in the show. Might only end up doing 1 because Jay Dassey taking his sweet assy time. Come on, take Sabonis. Go big, you coward. Go big, you coward. He goes Sabonis and Booker. We're going to take JB here. We're going to go wang. All right, so you look at Sacramento. So they have Sabonis, who's going to miss a little bit of time, DeRozan, Levine, Keegan Murray, Malik Monk, Schroeder, Keon Ellis. It's really hard to figure out what to do here. But what I will say about Sacramento is these 2 guys right here. This is from So Rare, not Best Ball. You should not be taking these guys in Best Ball. They have Drew Eubanks, Dario Saric, Maxime Renault is considered a wing. Dude, he is a center. Maxime is a center. They've done this a couple of times. Like Marvin Bagley is a wing. Danny, you had the winning their draft last night. Let me know. What did you have? Anyways, Dario Saric is pretty interesting from a so rare perspective. Can't stress this enough. Do not draft these guys in best ball because with no Sabonis, they're pretty limited in the big spot. The guards, it's too like, dude, they now have, assuming Russ is ready to go, they have Levine, Monk, Schroeder, Russ. Like that's a lot. I don't really love it. So that's from the Kings' perspective for game week 1 anyways. Memphis, I'll do next. Also, real quick on the Underdog app, I don't know if you guys were drafting this weekend. Underdog with like an inexcusable weekend. They like yesterday, Saturday night, whether you were drafting on desktop or in the app, like it wasn't like telling you when it was your pick. And then it was like timing out or it said you've already drafted that player. It's very, very weird. And then Sunday, like you just couldn't even use the app. There was no live scoring. Everything was a mess. No communications from them whatsoever. Just bonkers stuff from them. Also, and now every time I take a pic, my screen, like whatever. Anyways, no comms from them whatsoever. Nothing. Just like a pretty inexcusable weekend for them. And I was pretty surprised. Because like they just burn a lot of goodwill with stuff like that, especially if you were playing in the NFL, man. And like half of the fun of this shit is the live sweat and just nothing from them. I thought that was pretty piss poor customer service and just, but don't worry, they were still tweeting out video gifts and shit. Anyways, let's go to the Grizzlies. So you were mentioning them. So, right, I think Ja's going to be back, if not night 1, like night 3. Like, I think he's going to be back. We know Jaren Jackson Jr. is there. I'm a big fan of Santee. But again, No Scotty, no Ty Jerome. So these are the guys. I'm like pretty big on Coward this year, but Coward, Jalen Wells are the two most interesting ones for me. Again, from a so rare perspective, I also like Javon Small might get a little bit of run, but I honestly think this is one of those situations. If Ja and Triple J, like Triple J is going to be good to go, he's already playing preseason games. I would just highlight the guys that already are going to be out there, and then maybe we see a return of Gigi Jackson and Vince Williams Jr. Remember when they were exciting for a little bit? Anyways, yeah, maybe that's what we see. Let's see. Is there anything else weird? Our guy went Paolo Maxi, Jalen Johnson. So no, he didn't do anything weird. Zion, man, I think we got ahead of the Zion bull run, huh? Zion's now getting pulled up to the end of the second round. We were there early. Hold on, guys. I think my monitor's like a little unplugged here. So give me 1 second. If I completely lose you, well, I won't lose the stream. We're just going down. There we go. Okay, now I lost it completely. Sick. There we go. We're back. I think that's going to be good. Tony in the chat. What does Tony think? Ja and Triple J sit a lot at the end because Memphis can't compete in the West. I don't know, man. When Ja and Triple J have been on the floor, they win a ton of games. So I think if they like the guard depth is really something. It's going to depend on how quickly Cedric Howard develops. But I don't know. I mean, that's a really good point. I hadn't really thought about that because Memphis doesn't seem to be a tanking team. All right, we're back on the clock. Wow, LeBron all the way down here. I tell you what, I'm going to take the chef. I'm going to take the chef here at pick 35. And then what I'm going to do, I haven't been taking LeBron shares. If LeBron falls to the fourth round, okay, he didn't. Thankfully, he didn't. I was going to take him. I actually think I'm going to take Triple J here. There's a case for Joel Embiid there as well, too. I'm getting a little bit more excited about Embiid. Franz would be fine as well. But because we have the Amen JB start, actually, you know what we might now. We're going to take Austin Reeves. No, we're not. We're going to take Jaren Jackson Jr. I've been trying to take some more. Man, the drafts are getting the drafts are getting harder here with these injuries. It's really thrown some stuff. I've been trying to get some more Austin Reeves because I do think if your plan is if your plan is to go after or if your plan is like to fade LeBron, I think you should be drafting Austin Reeves a little bit more. That's my take, anyways. What did you say, DJP? Check out your rosters. Yeah, let's see. So Hauser, I don't trust Luka Garza, but that's fine. That's fine. I know he projects for 21. I don't trust him. Michael Porter Jr. Wow, I didn't realize his cap was 20. That's a great play. Santi and Porzingis. This is in the arena. Okay, all right. I forget how the arena. Okay, you're doing both of those in the arena. The other one was Jokic, Porzingis, Santi, Pritchard, and Trey Murphy. That's a great lineup. That second one is a great lineup. The first one sucks, man. I don't know why you're like one has Jokic in it. One, I mean, I guess is this different caps? Yeah, you got to play the one with Jokic, bro. Come on, man. There's a chance Memphis shuts it down and has a new coach by Christmas. I don't think so. I think they're pretty excited about their coach. You can't fire Taylor Jenkins and then not hire a new coach in the offseason if you don't like that guy. You know what I'm saying? So I think, man, my monitor is going nuts. This is like a tough time for the monitor. Let's try something else. Sorry, guys. 1 second. Let's see if that worked a little bit. No, why is it? It's like having a seizure. This is like a pretty bad way to stream here. But yeah, I don't think they would have hired the new coach already, you know? Yeah, I don't like the Luka Garza play. I don't know. You grabbed your Jokic last night? We'll look at some so rares after this. I was going to do a couple of drafts here. This might end up being one, and then we review some stuff. Maybe we'll do two. I don't know, but I'm nervous about this monitor going into tomorrow. What are we gonna do? Zero defense. If it doesn't improve as guys come back, I could see it. I just think people are putting too much. I'm not saying all of a sudden they're gonna turn the defense around, but I think that's putting a ton of stock into what we've seen in the preseason. I don't know if you should do that. Bane is going to be such a bust from a fantasy perspective. I disagree. I mean, you think about where he's going like 50. You know, it's not like he's going super high. Yeah, it's looking good on your end. But what's happening is my screen is flashing right now. It's actually been a little funky the last couple of days. This is good though. This little peek behind the curtain. peek behind the curtain, boys and girls. Wow, it completely shut off. Monitor completely shut off. Beautiful. Lovely. This is good. We're like streaming in the dark right now, but I know I'm still live. And let's see. Oh, are we back? We're 3 picks away. That's great. Let's try that again. Awesome. There we go. Wow. We gotta get this. We gotta get this figured out by tomorrow. That's for sure what we gotta do. Did the Sacramento? Oh no. Okay. Nice try, jump shoot. Nice try. Let's see. What do we? I hope they did. We got Steph Ahmed. Man, we'd really need a guard here. I don't want to take Levine though, so I think what we'll do is take a third wing and let's brotherly love. Let's get some Asar Thompson in there. This is an elite wing room right here. Elite wing. Asar, Ahmed, and JB. Whoo! And then I think what we're going to do, I think we pull up our guy Fast PP. I think we pull up Fast PP here. Let's go, Pritchard. So, all right, we got 2 C's. We got a Curry, Pritchard, Ahmed, JB, Asar, Triple J. Like this start so far. Actually, that last IT, oh, man, I was just about to victory lap saying I think we figured it out. And then it started tweaking again. For the Jokic one, just thinking Santi or MPJ. Yeah, I mean, MPJ over Santi, I think. Michael Porter Jr., I think, is going to be a great, like, early 2-month fantasy play. I mean, of course, in so rare as the cap goes up, that's less exciting. But early, I think it's going to make a ton of sense. Oh, there we go. The singular common man does not like our guy. Let's plug some other stuff here. Just want to shout out Splash Sports for a second. I mentioned this the other day. We get a guaranteed contest for tomorrow night. And right now, it looks like there's massive layover. They've got a 10K guarantee. Right now, we have 45 entrants. This will fill up. 45 entrants so far. Let's look at the payout here first for 1,500. Pretty flat structure. 15, 12, 50, 1K. So like top 3 finishers get $1,000, which is pretty fun. $25 entry. I'll fire up a $5 one tomorrow. We also have this point streak contest as well, which is like a point streak survivor. We also have Monday night contests and stuff. So go check out Splash if you haven't done it yet. We're going to be doing some pick 6 with them and all that fun stuff too. So go check that out if you get a chance. Shout out Splash Sports. And then I think the plan for this week, guys, and I'll share some, for this season, I think what you're going to start seeing every Monday, we'll do NBA bit Monday through Friday. And I'll be honest, there's probably going to be like 1 day a week where we don't do it. But the plan is Monday through Friday. We'll have the 89 Cavs every Monday. We're going to have Live Before Lock on Mondays and Fridays. And then we'll probably have like a random So Rare show throughout the week as well. If you're on the Elite Fantasy Sports channel and you're a member, you'll have some paywall stuff that's going to be all about, we're going to be using some FTN tools to help us build pick'ems and like bet of the days and stuff like that. We'll also be doing some rankings together for the daily contests and stuff and help you out with streaks. And so we're all that fun stuff. So if you're not checking it out, make sure you go check it out. Man, my computer, this is a bummer. You know what I think has happened? And it'll be really tough if this is, I think like the monitor, like plug, I don't know if it's like loosened over time or whatever, but it seems like what's happening is the connection's just a little funky. And this could be a problem for tomorrow. I hope it doesn't mean I hope it's the cable and not the desktop. You know what I'm saying? This would be like terrible, terrible timing. Jays or Mariners, who you got in Game 7? It's Kirby against Bieber Fever, right? I think the Mariners take this one. Although, Blue Jays probably slight favorites here being at home, I would think. All right, we got who's Joker Rock's on the clock. Joker Rock with a Trey, Siakam, Denny, Franz, and Sharp with Lowry. There you go. You're in a good wing spot there, Joker Rock. Don't think you need to take any more down. Let's see, who did Joker Rock take? He then took Stephon Castle. So I'll take Emmanuel quickly here, who was dropped to me. I think that was like that's a great 83 for IQ is a great value. Did something weird happen? How did we get him? And then I think I'm going to take the Zanger here. I think I'm going to take old Paul Zangis. Been taking him a quite a bit lately. Let's see. Let's check some of these rosters. So we just did Joker Rock. Maddie, we got an SGA, Giddy, Bam, Chet, Jalen Green, then bangs out Mikal Bridges and Ace Bailey with some wangs. Was there anything weird that happened? I guess KPJ got pulled up to 65. Krager, wow. 65 for KPJ, baby. Okay. Good closing, good CLV there on our KPJ stocks. Wow. One of the things I was doing too recently, I mentioned I'd do this a little bit. So we've got 63, we're 143 into the double dribbles. This is 144. I wish there was an easier way to do this, but God forbid underdog updates at all. I am salty towards underdog. I thought their experience yesterday was pretty piss poor. But I was going through some of these older drafts just to get a feel for, if there was anything crazy. And one of the L's I took, Jordan Poole and Cam Thomas early on in drafts were going so much earlier than they are now. But some of the other ones that I was looking at, like Kyle Kuzma too, this was like 50 picks ahead of ADP, like where it is now. AD was going 6 at the beginning. That was pretty funny to watch. We got Cooper Flagg at a pick 33 over there, which was kind of fun. I wanted to find like a Wemby build. I had some fun Wemby builds here. This one, nothing too. I mean, like this was nothing too spicy. Nothing. I mean, Jaeger. We got our guy Jaeger at 168. This is when Franz Wagner was going like really early too. So that one's not as spicy. But we had this one was kind of fun. Wemby Zubac. We got Jovic with pick 191. So this is a Wemby Amon Thompson. Amon Thompson at pick 23. We were ahead of ADP then. He's jumped like 12 spots since then. So we had Amon, Franz, and Trey with Jovic as our last pick, Wemby, Zubac, and then our guard was Poole, IQ, Monk, Keontae, D'Lo, and then Keyshawn there at the end. That was a fun one. There was another. Oh, this one, Wemby Sengun. Which is fun. Our wings were Franz, Trey, OG, Koulibaly back at practice this week, Herb Jones and Ryan Dunn. We got a Baylor Scheinman share, but this is Jamal, Cam Thomas, Scoop, Monk, D'Lo, Sexton. But that was fun. And then there was another one that I wanted to get to that I really liked that had some crazy value on it. This was Jokic. No, that wasn't that one. There was another one that had some crazy value. Sorry. Hopefully it's not my pick anytime soon. This is Wemby Gafford. This had Siakam, Franz. No, this was like Wemby at 4. Yeah, Wemby at pick 4. No, this wasn't it. That's not it. Hold on. Let's see. This was Jokic, Amon Thompson, and James Harden. Come on now. Also, I'm scared to jinx it, but I feel like we just fixed the screen there. We might be okay. We think it closes today. Got 25 more. If it's not today, it's early tomorrow. I guess it closes tomorrow anyways. That's crazy. Every time I've mentioned I think we're in good shape, the thing starts tweaking. But yeah, I do think it might close today. Because what are we at now? As we're 4 picks away, it's at. No, actually, I think if it closes today, it means it picked up the pay. I think it picked up like 5% yesterday. So I think you got time. All right, Ivy at 105. People aren't scared of that injury. They're not. Danny was asking if I do another one. Yeah, we'll see. What else we got? When you placed in best ball, anything you think you did strategy-wise to help? Oh, like when I did well in best ball? Honestly, that was before I even knew what the fuck I was doing. No, actually, I don't I don't think so. I think like just understanding the upside with the late round picks is really where it's at, I think. All right, I don't want Keegan or Kuminga. I don't want Vassell. I kind of want another guard here. Did VJ go already? Did Harper go already? Let's take Trey Johnson first. I have too much Dylan Harper. If Dylan Harper is still there, I might click another guard here and just go straight upside. Yeah, let's do it. So we went Trey Johnson and Dylan Harper back to back there. That's what I was mentioning. I was kind of attacking some of these younger guys a little bit more. But anyways, back to your point. I think for me, I think it's like understanding draft capital a little bit. And TST shared some like good info on this. But like if you're drafting Jokic, and then you go ahead and like that lineup that I showed that had Wembanyama and Sengun. If I'm using like my first 2 picks on bigs, then it's like don't draft 4 bigs on this team, because you've just used 2 heavy hitters. So like in order for that lineup to get there anyways, you need those guys to cook. So I think it's understanding draft capital a little bit. The other thing is the playoff schedule, I think is like a really good tiebreaker. Like who was it? It was like, I think Jokic doesn't have the best finals. They don't have the best finals schedule, so making sure you're pairing up Jokic. I think we talked about this the other day, like Jokic and Klingon together. I forget that. I think that was in Kawhi Zach's draft. and he was saying, like he had those two, and I love those two bigs, but both of those guys don't have like a great final schedule. Maddie said I'm purposely drafting guys I have very low exposure to, and it's making me hate my team. Yeah, I mean that's the biggest leak in my game that I tried to fix this year. I think if you've watched me draft in the past, I like to have hashtag takes, and I'll go like 35, 40% on a guy. This year, I think my highest owned guy is going to be Trey Murphy, which is going to be like 28, maybe 27%. And then I'll have a bunch of guys in like the 16 to 20 range. Maybe a couple, like Zion's going to be pretty high for me. But I don't have those aggressive. And I think part of that is because I've done, 150. Man, I'm just getting updates right now from Underdog that it's my turn to pick. It says I'm on the clock right now at pick 86. Just got this notification on my phone. Right now, we are at what? Pick 117. This is what I'm talking about. Underdog, wake the fuck up, guys. Like, what kind of innovation have you had in the platform since just being like, hey, here's a token to make a pick 'em? Like, come on. Oh, and all right, let's chill. Let's chill. I'm just saying. Maybe the Jolly Joker guy shouldn't be the one scaling the product up. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. DJP says, I promise. Another one is Hansen if Klingon gets injured. Yeah, Yang Hassan's is a good call. DJP says, I promise no more questions. How high are you on Jarris Walker and Ben Shep for the first couple of weeks? Yeah, I'm like really high on Jarris Walker for best ball. Shepard is somebody that I was more intrigued by I was more intrigued by Shep when it comes to so rare, I think, for the first couple game weeks with no TJ McConnell. I don't know if I think he's going to have a bigger role this year for sure with no Halliburton and no TJ at the start. I don't want to get too overweight on him, but I do think that's a pretty good shout, DJP, for game weeks 1 and 2. TJ does. Yeah, TJ works for Underdog. Doing, I don't know what he's doing. He's the one that made it so you can see the photos when we do the draft board. That's what he did. I shouldn't have made fun of him. That's not nice. TJ's great. I'm just saying, like, at some point, guys, make the product so it's not. I mean, this is nuts. People who like grinding out drafts, like the live scoring thing, is when I really tilt. Like that's, I mean, half the fun of DFS. So that like live sweat. I want to see where I'm at. Also, like there was a real strategy problem too, and I'm sure they're like, "Oh, it's fine," but you couldn't like adjust rankings and swaps or anything like that. Like, and when for those that don't play like the daily game, if somebody gets ruled out, you got to make swaps for it, and you got to adjust the rankings. But swaps weren't available, rankings weren't available, so you couldn't move anything around. I don't know if they ever addressed that, but and maybe it didn't come into play. I don't know. Maybe it didn't come into play, but it's just come on, guys. And then to not even say anything, the least you can do is just be like, hey, sorry we suck today. You got to say something. Garbage. All right, let's go. We need to get some wangs now. So we get that Amon JB Asar. Actually, this is a terrible wing spot. DeAndre Hunter, I've been clicking a little bit more. I don't think he has a ton of upside. I think he's fun, though. Fine. Obi Toppin. I don't have enough Aaron Neesmith. We are going to click DeAndre Hunter to get one. Tempted to get Santi Aldama, Triple J, and Porzingis. I'm not going to, though. Dante's fine here. Actually, with this guard room, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to take DeJounte. Because I feel pretty good. Yeah, this is a spot I like to take somebody like DeJounte Murray, who I'm not going to rely on him for points, right? We have Steph, Pritchard, and IQ. And so like those three guys, I feel confident in their production. And then Trey Johnson, Dylan Harper, those are some like I think like decent floor, really good dart throws. But then DeJounte, like I don't need DeJounte Murray to do anything for me. So when he comes back in January, that's a slam dunk. And then again, we have Amon Thompson, Jaylen Brown, Asar Thompson. I feel pretty comfortable there. I think with this build, 6-4-2, I actually might not take another guard here, and then I might go 3 wings and a big. I think that's where we're gonna go from here. Unless we find a good guard spot, but I think that's the situation we're going. Why is Jordan McLaughlin projecting? I think because there's no De'Aaron Fox. I think McLaughlin has played like some reserved minutes, right? I think so. I think I think he's played some reserve minutes here in the last couple of weeks in preseason. I mean, I wouldn't be excited about it, but Jalen Wells at 140, Nikolaevich at 141. All right. In DJP, I am doing that. I think it's going to be at 5:30 Eastern time today, or something like that, 5 or 5:30 p.m. Eastern time today. We're going to go through projections, and I'll take you through game week 1. And then, of course, we'll do that for Live Before Lock tomorrow night as well. At the end of our wait, you have a Wemby Jokic draft? You don't have a Wemby Jokic draft, Danny. There's no way. Get out of there with that noise. Jovic. Do you mean Jovic? You're Wemby Jovic? Or are you just trying to tilt me right now while I'm yelling about underdog? Yeah, you son of a bitch. Well, all right, mental health check. We need to do a mental health check. We need to do one. We haven't done one in a while. It's time to get our heads right. We can't go down this road. We can't talk about like how you need to have had sex in order to have responsibility. I just think it changes you, you know? I think it changes you. Yeah, it's too early. It's too early. Also, guys, I had 2 softball games this weekend. It was playoff softball. Last weekend. We were missing our guy. We were missing our shortstop. I normally play the outfield. I normally just peruse the outfield, browse it, run around. I had to play short at least in the first game. The second game, our shortstop arrived. I was diving all over the place. Like 2 dives in the first inning. Was all over the place. Had a great game. Honestly, maybe my best defensive game of my life, and that's including college baseball. I am in so much pain. This was on Saturday. It's now been a day. I am in so much pain. My ankles looked like the softballs I were throwing. My back is toast. Thank God we got a bye week in basketball this week because I'm dead. Santi at 153, pretty good value there. Everybody get excited about him, and then he dropped. We'll see what Joker Rock does here. Also, Draymond would be fine too. I do need to take another big here at some point. I'm going to hope one of the 4 that I'm interested in fall a little bit. And we're going to take Herb Jones. We'll take Herb Jones here. Could also take Draymond if we wanted to. I haven't been taking a lot of Sohan, but I've been thinking about it. Jarris Walker's there. Let's beware the Sohan. Let's get a little Sohan up in there. I think we will do. This one's moved fast enough. We will do another one after this. We will. I would love a cryo chamber right now, or like a sauna. I've been rubbing. I got like a BioFreeze stick, like a better icy hot. Been using that on the back. My lower back has been absolute toast. Just old man shit, man. Old man shit. And I'm telling you what, this chair is not going to help. 8 hours tomorrow. We need to get the standing desk up and running. Remember that? R.I.P. R.I.P. Well, Case and Wallace just went early. Joker Rock. Or maybe he didn't. Maybe that's his ADP. I'm sorry. You know what, Joker Rock? I take that back. I'm sorry. I just haven't seen. I haven't drafted Wallace a lot. Let's look at some teams. All right, Trey, Siakam, Denny Franz, and then Sharp. Hey, I really like Sharp as your second guard here. I know you had to pull him up a little bit. I think that was a good pick with your roster construction. And then you had Lowry, Castle, and then because your first big wasn't until 87, you double-click bigs with Rudy and Mr. Jakob Turtle Power. I like it. Risache, Scoot, some good value whenever he comes back. Collier at 135. Lively at 154 is a good pick. I was hoping I could steal some Lively later. All right, Maddie's on the clock. Let's see what he did. Mr. Shea, then Giddy, Bam, Chet, Jalen Green at 54. Basically, good value on Jalen Green, especially if he only misses like a week or so. Then you got Bridges, Bailey, Harris, John Collins, Gordon, the Coos. Oh, look, another underdog notification. Let's see. It's telling me what pick am I at right now? Let's see what pick am I at right now. 155. God, garbage. Just garbage. We're at 167, bro. Anyways, back to Matt. He gets Kyrie at 150. A lot of injury value here. A lot of injury value there. Davion at 163. Hell yeah. I had a draft recently that I wanted to show you too that I got it was a really weird build. And I think Aaron Gordon fell super late. Let's see where it is. I've been taking that Marvin Bagley. I've been trying to tell you about the bags. Wow, I did so many drafts. Oh, here it is. Okay. So we started out Amon Thompson, Jaylen Brown. We were at the 12 hole. So 12, 13 went Amon and JB. Third pick, it looks like, was Franz and Zion. So then we went Franz and Zion. So we had a 0-3-1 build through 5. And then we get some like weird value after that. So after Zion, we went IQ and Pritchard, then KPJ and Poole. Then we went Pirtle and Trey Johnson, I believe. Yeah, Pirtle and Trey Johnson. Naz Reid falling to 133, and Aaron Gordon falling to 132 was fun. And then we got Neesmith at 156, Jaeger at 157, and then again, I've been just spraying Coward. We'll look at percentages here in a little bit. But really like that build. Been trying to do weirder stuff like that too, where for so long this season, I've just been kind of going 2-2-2 in those drafts. We get a foam roller. All right, there we go. I've been using a tennis ball on my hip. You have a standing desk, hasn't been in the standing position in like a year. There we go. We got Rui Hashimura at 175, Bryce Sensabaugh 174. All right. Yeah, we'll draft one more after this. We got to get another big here. Wow, Cockbrenner, Young Hassan off the board. Let's see what Joker Rock does here. I would gladly take the value of Draymond Green this late. I tell you what, if I take Draymond, I'm going to take a guard or a wing with my last pick. Yeah, all right, let's get Draymond there. That dude's sick value for Draymond. 179. Let's go. Let's see if there's any wings we like. I've been taking some CMB here and there. I think that's a fun one. Sadiq Bey's a fun one. Sandro Mamaloshkalavili, and then Marvin Bagley. These are some names that I've been taking. I'm going to take CMB in this one. I'll take CMB. CMB, my favorite band. Satellite. But satellite spelled with a C. It's probably not your back, but your leg. Look up piriformis stretch. Yeah, maybe. There we go. Let's see. This is what I'm talking about. This is why we do the show, to learn stuff like that. What if we move? Oh, man, I really got to work on the old pooter. I got to work on the computer after this. But yeah, no other shows until 5 today, 5 or 5:30. Just keep an eye out. It'll be on the So Rare channel. I'll probably simulcast it to Elite Fantasy Sports as well. And then listen, do me a favor tomorrow. I'll tweet it out a little bit, but I would really appreciate if everybody shared the news about tomorrow's marathon show and then comes and watches. Just like leave it up, even if you got other stuff going on, turn the volume down, mute it, whatever. Let's pump the numbers on this bad boy. I'm excited about it. I think I got a comedian friend coming on to do a fun bit that I'm very excited about. We got the 89 Cavs, we got Noah Dalzell, we got Trill Bro Dude, we got Live Before Lock, we got Weisberg, maybe even NBA TST. We have some fun. We're gonna have some fun. There we go. Let's see. Maddie finished with Wendell Carter Jr. Joker Rock finished with Lou Dort. Oh, for the culture. All right, this is what we're gonna do. Let's get into another draft. I'm gonna enter it right now. Let's see. We're at 90%? 90.6. Let's enter it right now. We'll do one more, waiting for 3 more. And then while that happens, let's get a little Dort report in there. I'm going to have to, man, the sun. And the sun comes. There we go. Good to get the Dort report back. Yeah. And if you're watching on the Elite Fantasy Sports channel, just a reminder that the show is actually going to be on our NBA Bit channel. So, and if you're watching on Twitter, just F off. You know what I'm saying? Come over to the tubes. Come over to the tubes, bro. All right, let's get in there. I'm going to drop that link. Into the chat. Molly bailed, Stan. Molly bailed. All right, hold on. Let's see. Maddie at the 2. Danny Wow, Kobe Goat got back-to-back ones. All right, we got Maddie at the 2, Danny at the 3. I'm at the 7. Mazzone in there. Also, Mazzone, you going to tell me, is it Mazzone or Mazzoni? I feel like it's Mazzone. Boston based in the 11th. You love to see it. Yeah, no Molly in this show, unfortunately. I know. But Molly did say she will come on the show a different time. So it won't be on the marathon, but it'll come on in probably the first month of the season. So don't worry. It was a nice back and forth. Also, you should check out Molly's Substack. She just started doing some writing, so go check that out. And speaking of, we are going to attempt to do a newsletter again, to do like a weekly written thing. So I'm going to try my best. I'll share the link later. But yeah, no Molly. We do have Noah. We do have Trilbro dude. We have Eddie. We get some fun stuff. That's okay. You did some Lou Dort. I liked your Dort report. I actually thought you had a pretty good draft there, Joker Rock. I thought that was a good recovery. Not recovery, but I mean like a good, because you didn't get bigs. I like that Rudy Jakob. All right, so we go Jokic, Giannis, Wemby, Luka. Let's do a Luka drop too. Come on, let's up the drops here. Also, Drew NFTV. Let's go. Wait, where's the chat? Where's Luka Magic? Where's Luka Magic? Luka Magic. Hate to hit you guys with back-to-back drops, but with Cade Cunningham meeting the team, we gotta do back-to-back drops. Sorry, boys and girls, but it's back-to-back drop season. Detroit basketball. All right, we're back. Sorry about that, guys. One thing I thought was kind of surprising when I was looking at some of my ownerships, which I'll do maybe after my second pick. I'll go show you what I'm looking at right now. I've had Luka at 4 since July and barely have any Luka. It's crazy. And I think that's because I've had Wemby fall to 4 a couple of times. That's helped. But I thought for sure at this point that I would have, just a ton of them. And I don't. Barely, but a lot of, I've actually been pretty spread out in the first round. I ran pretty hot with Jokic. I think that has been helpful. That has been helpful that we've run pretty hot with Jokic. So this is my 145th draft. This is huge. Okay, zone. But if Zoney makes you happy, I won't take offense at all. I've heard it all. No, I like saying it correctly, especially because people called me Zachariah for like ever. And I was like, really? That's how we landed on that? Zachariah? Come on, bro. All right, here we go. Thompson's Towns. We got Goon JB. Love that start for Boston base. I love it. Man, the Knicks, I barely have any New York Knicks. That's probably something I was talking about with TST actually, is that I don't have strong stances in the sense that I've got like 40% of somebody or anything like that. But one of the stronger takes this time is that I've just had some pretty big fades. Karl Anthony Towns is one of those. Jalen Brunson, I got a little bit more of. I think the only Nick in double-digit figures I have percentage-wise is Mikal Bridges. I tell you what, if Sabonis falls to 18, I will take Sabonis here. I will take Sabonis at 18. I don't want to, though. I hope Gaff takes him. I'd rather take KD, but I will take Sabonis at 18. Wow, Maxey. Okay, yeah, dude. Yeah. We will take Sabonis. At least we get a unique build here. I don't love it. Light the beam, though. Light the beam. But that 18 is too far. 18 is too far. Who are the most owned last round or 2 guys you have drafted? Let's do it. Let's look at it. Let's look right now. I just pulled up the percentages. I don't know why I switched the share screen, but we'll do it this way. All right. So this is sorted here by the I've done 164, but 144 double dribbles. So right now we got Keontae is my highest own, Kevin Porter Jr. You were asking about the last round pick. So Keyshawn George is at 19%. I have a lot of Keyshawn George. I know he's going a little bit earlier, but he's somebody I was taking a lot before the Koulibaly injury and then even more after. Cedric Coward is the other one that I kind of lucked into. I was taking him a bunch, and then between Scottie Pippen and Ty Jerome going down, I was like high on him towards the end of this. Like I thought that his second half of the season would be pretty strong. I think it's got an even higher ceiling now. So Coward is one of them. Jalen Wells I was getting in the last round for a while. I know he's jumped up now. Let's look at the wing position. So Trey Murphy, 26%. Jarris Walker was my big 16th round guy. Boucher, I was getting a lot late. Now he's come up way up. But Boucher's another one. But Jarris Walker, what else we got? Any other names that stick? Taylor Hendricks was somebody I was taking a lot, slowed down a little bit, but still like Hendricks. Any other names pop out? No, that's really it. And then from the big standpoint, I mentioned the Zion stance, right? 22% Zion, Santi. But Kata was taking the 16th round for a while. Those are the ones that stick out right now. Sorry, let me just see how. Yeah, we're 3 picks away. I knew that Underdog was not going to send me a text, so I had to check that out. So you saw Zion go ahead of Bam and Mobley. Wow, man, I'm going to be putting some weird spots there. Hero said, yeah, I saw that. I saw that comment from Hero that he might come back even earlier, which is crazy. Mobley goes right there. All right, that's good. That's going to keep us from taking 2 bigs. A flag at 19, huh? LeBron James. I got to get a wing here at some point, but I might take a guard. I might take a guard and risk it and see who's available. Risk it for the biscuit, and then see who's available. Let's just see who's available later. I want some more Derek White. Let's take Derek White there. Let's get a little funky with it. But back to your point, Top Dog. So yeah, Jarris Walker is somebody I've been taking a lot. Some guys that I've been mixing in here is Colin Murray Boyles, the rookie from the Toronto Raptors. The one other thing, Sandro Mamukelele, I think he might be playing backup big minutes for Toronto. And if that's the case, I'm intrigued by that, especially like Pirtle, who I think is fine, got hurt in the last game, but it just made me start thinking about him. The other crazy one, and I talked about this the last couple of streams, but I'll bring it up again. The Washington Wizards the big guys, their depth chart in the big is Alex Sarr, Marvin Bagley, Tristan Vukcevic. Marvin Bagley, for whatever reason on Underdog, is listed as a wing. And again, it doesn't feel good to be clicking Marvin Bagley, but for a fantasy point per minute guy, and if he's going to play backup 5 minutes regardless, and then if Alex Sarr gets dinged up at any point, all of a sudden Marvin Bagley's playing like 28 to 32 minutes a game. He's just kind of a smash for the wing position. So Marvin Bagley, somebody I've thrown in there. I mentioned Coward and Keyshawn when they were there. Cockbrenner was fun until everybody caught up on that. But those are some of the names that I've liked a lot there late. I'm trying to think if I'm missing anybody else. How do we trust Embiid at 43? I mean, dude, the case for where did Embiid go yet? No. The case for Embiid, man, is if he does, like, he looks good, he looks slimmed down a little bit. If he stays healthy, I don't know. I don't know. I mean, he's massive. Like, if you thought he was going to play, he was like a top 10 dude, you know? And now all of a sudden, he's going in the 40s. Am I on the clock right now? It says I'm on. I hate this. Sorry, I've got two Underdog tabs open, and it's like you're on the clock. But anyways, yeah, the Marvin Bagley one's kind of interesting. Like, I think let me pull up on my side. I'm curious how many Bagley shares I've taken so far. All right, so just 6 shares. That's probably where I want to be. I don't want too much Marvin Bagley. All right, now we're on the clock here. Okay, we got Denny to fall to us. So we were given a gift at 42. We get Denny down there. Oh, look at Mazzone. Mazzone pulling up Brandon Miller. I don't hate it, though, Mazzone. I like that. Let's look at some of these teams. So Boston base here, Goon, Brown, Chef, and Fox. Sounds like Fox is only going to miss like a week, too. So I like that. Mazzone with the Paolo, Barnes, Ja. This is a vibes team. I like this team, Mazzone. With Ja and then Miller. And then, yeah, and I honestly, I should have taken Ja instead of Derek White, but I just wanted some Derek White. Cade, Boner, White, Denny. Oh, the dog pounds in this draft. Let's see. Maddie's got a Giannis, Spicy P, J-Dub. Okay. And then Danny with Wemby, Giddey, and Zion. That's what I'm talking about, dude. That is what I'm talking about. Yeah, Embiid doesn't stay healthy. I know. Was checking my exposure. No Jokic or Giannis. Guess I have not gotten a top 2. How much Wemby do you have, though? How much? Because maybe if you were taking Wemby too, that's part of it. That's the one thing I have. Like last year, if you remember, I had like 30% Scotty Barnes because I kept drafting from like the 8 hole. I had a lot of Tatum too, which ended up paying off. But Jokic, I'm at 12. Oh no, let's do it by the double dribble, not the Jokic. I'm at 13%, which is kind of nice. And Wemby, I'm at 10%. So to have 23% of my drafts be Jokic or Wemby has been pretty fun. Giannis though could bury me. Only 5% Giannis. I mentioned Luka. Luka, I'm at 7%. Shea was a pretty big fade, 4%. And Anthony Edwards was also kind of a fade at 5%. So that range is kind of tough for me. Cade, I'm at 12.5% right now. That'll come up a little bit. I want to do the rest of this first round. Paolo at 11%, Sengun at 14%, Amon Thompson at 18%, Anthony Davis 4%, Sabonis. God, this is my 5th Sabonis share so far. LOL. Wow, Matas Bucelis at 51. You guys are sickos. You Bucelis sickos. I respect it though. I respect it. All right, let's see. What do we got? What do we got here? I'm at a 2-1-1 build. I probably got to take a Wang. I probably got to take a Wang, and then I got to get some more bigs. So we're at pick 55. We could go Jimmy, Lowry, Asar. We'll just take Jimmy here. We'll take Jimmy. We'll take Jimmy because I feel comfortable with the Denny pick. I'm gonna try not to take a guard until the mid hundos, like 120 or something. I think, or no, maybe around 100. But I would like my next 2. I would like to go wing big again. I think. Asar at 56. Yeah, there's a case for taking Asar back. Did you look back at trends from last year and learn from it, if at all? TST actually did some really good stuff last year where he looked at advance rates based on draft capital and and like roster construction. And like some of the most common builds were these 6 guards, 6 wings, 4 bigs. And so one rule I kind of made is that normally what I would do is go aggressively against that. So if I drafted Jokic or Wemby in the first round, I did this last year, I would only take 2 bigs usually. Because I was like, if my first overall pick is Jokic, I need him to crush. Otherwise, this team doesn't matter at all. But instead, what I did this year, which I still believe is true, but what I did this year, I tried to get 3 bigs at least in every lineup. I didn't do a lot of 6-6-4s. I did a lot of 7-6-3s, a lot of that. So that was like the biggest thing that I took away from it. And the other thing was just like, I don't think you need to be 40% on guys when you're doing this many drafts. So that was something I tried to learn, tried to get a little bit different. Maddie was saying you got 11% Jokic, 4% each of Wemby and Giannis. So I've been at 1.1 more than 2 and 3 combined. There you go. There you go. So Boston based with a little Lowry and fast PP. It's been fun seeing Pritchard, man. Early on, Pritchard was going at pick 100. And then I remember TST was like, that's crazy, bro. Now he's going in the 60s. And that honestly, that might be too high. Part of it, man, this guard position has put us in a tough spot. Like, I think guard was already a little bit thinner this year than in previous seasons. But then when you look at just some of the injury stuff, right, where you've got De'Aaron Fox, when are you going to be back? Tyler Hero, when are you going to be back? Darius Garland, when are you going to be back? So there's just this big jump from like Zach LaVine all the way to the 80s. So now you see guys like Sharp and Pritchard getting pulled back up. All right, we see Jared Allen go. I think I'm going to take I don't have a lot of Michael Porter Jr. I was going to take RJ Barrett, but let's just do something different. Let's take Michael Porter Jr. so we can play the Michael Porter or the Porter Jr. drop. Excuse me.
We're the Porters. We share the crowd of up and down performers, throwing things and buzzing beater corners. And one of us is playing for the Warriors. We're juniors and we're the Porters.
Just an absolute banger, It was a great question. Obviously no spoilers, but watch the finale of Task last night instead of Sunday Night Football. I think that might be the best show I've seen in a very long time. I don't even know. I can't even decide what would be the other one that's up on that level. Adolescence. Honestly, I loved Adolescence. Task was so good. Mark Ruffalo just like thought this was a Tom Pelphrey Emmy nom show, which it still will be. But man, Ruffalo just bringing heat. It's great. Great show. Highly recommend on HBO if you haven't seen it. But that's what I did. I watched that over baseball last night too. I'll probably do some double screens tonight with MLB and everything else. Have I watched Severance? Yeah, bro. Yeah, I love it. I got to tell you, I was a little out on season 2. I mean, I still enjoyed it. But I liked season 1 so much that I put the bar up too high for season 2. Still thought season 2 was great. I had to support. I like Severance. Yeah, I'm pro Severance. I don't want to come across as a hater. But I would take Task over Sevy. Also just like a wildly different show. And I am a 40-year-old white dude, so I just like love that shit. You know, that shit was built for me. Am I on the clock here? We are. Could use a big here. We got Walker Kessler Ranger dominating. The Zanger. I think we'll take Walker Kessler. I stopped drafting Walker Kessler for a while, but we're back now. We're getting some. Yeah, that's how I felt. I still really liked it. My wife loved this season. Season 2, she loved season 2. So that was kind of weird because I was like, oh, I'm a little disappointed. And she was like, shut the fuck up. And I try not to yuck people's yums, you know? If you're enjoying something, I'm happy for you. Keep enjoying it. Just like NBA Top Shot. Buy your Top Shots. Get your Top Shots.
Dear Roham, I just want to say I'm trying, but all of the packs I'm buying are full of trash, so no thanks. Oh look, another 60K. Drew Eubanks is stupid, and I don't want to say you owe me, but my username's Top Shot Tony. So if you find it in your heart somewhere, deliver me a legendary moment.
Just an absolute banger. I'm going to do the rare double bit. We're going to get another big here. Let's get old Klingon because, again, I don't trust the Sabonis injury. I'm done drafting bigs now. Guards and wings the rest of the way. I'm kind of enjoying this build. Yeah, man, that is a banger. We might tweet that out today. Just try to drive some engagement, throw Jacob a bone, see what Drew Austin says about it. Also, man, what a nutbag. I just can't. Oh, but yeah, shout out Top Shot, baby. Also, that should have won some sort of Webby or something. You know, that should have made me money. That should have made Rock and Roll money. An absolute banger. We're talking about Mark Ruffalo and Tom Pelphrey. What about Mike Zakarian's acting performance there, huh? Just an absolute banger. Also, shout out to Astoria Park. Finally opened up. That's where we shot that. That's finally back open. I'm telling you, my dog was hilarious. That used to be like a go-to walk spot for us. We haven't been able to go for last year. I think I might have said this last week, but took him last week and he was all jacked up. So this weekend, if you follow me on Instagram, maybe you saw this, but this weekend took him and all the dogs hang out. It's like understood between 8 and 9 dogs can be off leash and just chill, right? Just party out on the park. I take the dog over there and he's very excited, but then he's like, no, I want to be here. I'm not going to let you take me away from the park. I'm not ready to leave, but I want to sit. He just sat there and just watched dogs play from 20 yards away and just happy as can be. And I really respect it. I respect it because that's how I feel about stuff. Invite me to the party. I'm not going to come, but I want to be invited to the party. All right. I don't want to stay. I don't want to socialize. I'm tired, but I want to know I was invited. And that's kind of what my dog did, I think. All right, we need to find some guards here. We'll throw Edgecombe in there. We'll throw Trey Johnson up in here. Devin Vassell. That's kind of it for the. I don't want to take Ivy here. Okay, Devin Vassell goes, yeah, let's just take Edgecombe. Let's get some rookie vibes in here. And I feel okay with that because Cade and White are our first two. I feel very confident in those two guards. We'll leave Trey Johnson there. Some other wings. We can throw, I'm going to put Kamara. Shout out to Tumani Kamara, by the way. Tumani Kamara and Shaden Sharp both signed extensions. And those extensions were just reminders how shit the Kings organization is, I think. To me, I think Sharp and Kamara have higher upside than Keegan Murray. Keegan Murray get a longer deal and a more expensive deal. Let's get Cam Whitmore and Tyree Eason up there. Let's put Eason ahead of him. We're 7 picks away. Would like to get one of these bros, one of these 4. That would be nice. Wouldn't it be nice? Bandy starring in Good Boy 2. Yeah, dude, you couldn't pay me to see that, man. That's terrifying. That shit's too scary for me. Too scary. It is too scary for me. No, so a lot of more people have joined here in the last, I don't know how long it's been. But couple of just programming stuff moving forward here. We're NBA Bit Monday through Friday. Obviously tomorrow not at 9 because we have the marathon show, but moving forward Monday through Friday, we'll have the NBA Bit. 89 Cavs will be every Monday at 3 p.m. Eastern, except for this week because it's a part of the marathon show. Live before lock on Mondays and Fridays. We'll have some daily paywall stuff on Elite Fantasy Sports as well. Obviously, the Celtics Daily channel still cooking over there too. But a lot of fun stuff. A lot of fun stuff. Whoa, 1-1 took 3 bigs in the first 6 picks. Let's see who they are. The Jokic, Triple J, Miles Turner. Hate the Miles Turner pick, man. I hate that pick. I hate that pick. It's good news for us. Trey Johnson or Tari Eason? Cade, I think we got to take a Wang. Checking Wang. Let's get Tari Eason in there, just based on draft capital alone. Let's do that. Let's take Eason. Yeah, I hate that pick, man. What was that noise? My computer is making noise. You think the Kings got caught up in their own hype? Yeah, maybe, man. I feel bad for them. I feel bad for the fans. Boston Base shared oh wait, Boston Base did a clip. Oh no. What's the clip? Hold on, let me see what it is. Oh, nice, dude. Thanks, Boston Base. So I should have played that so you could hear it. Boston Base clipped the satellite moment from last draft for Colin Murray Boyles. Thank you, Boston Base. Let's see. Did that get a ton of likes? Got 1 retweet. Let's see who it was. And it was just Boston Base quoting himself. I'll retweet it for you, Boston Base. Give you some love. All right, let's check in on some of these. What did Mazzone do? So all right, I left you at Miller, and then you went Dern. Dern's the first big. I like it at 57. Sharp and quickly. Those are good. Yeah, that's good value. Man, IQ's fallen. I don't understand. And then I love Onyeka, even though people have slowed down on him because they're more excited about the Zanger. And then Kamara and Risache. We love to see it. Let's check in on Danny. Danny went Wemby, Giddy, Zion. Austin Reeves, I wish I had more of. Bucelis at 51 because he's a sicko. Benny Math, Ace Bailey, Shep. Andrew Wiggins, Knipples. There we go. I like it. And then we got Giannis Siakam, J-Dub. I love that you only took one other wing after this. Because, yeah, and honestly, you could be done at wing if you wanted. But then Jamal Murray, Desmond Bain, Hero, Garland. Dude, the Garland value is going to end up being sick. He should not be, especially if he only misses a couple games. That's huge. Then Tobias, CJ McCollum, Nasri, and then Kyrie Irving at 122. I still think the Kyrie's too early, but whatever. Live your life. Let's see what we got available to us here. We're not going to take another big. I don't really want the Coos, although shout out Sneeps. We got PJ Washington, maybe a little PJ. Let's see if there's any guards we like. I mean, no, we don't need to take him yet. Could do some Drew Holiday. Let's do PJ Washington. Let's get the Coos. Whatever. Let's get the Coos. Who cares? Let's take a boring ass pick like Kyle Kuzma. Why not? Shout out Josh Minot, by the way, looking like a baller. Saw Bucelis at 40 last night. 1-for-1 got their 4th big. Are they autoing Nick Claxton at 120? Oh man. He can't take another big. Honestly, this is good news for us. There's no way that lineup advances. I got to make sure I got to monitor this one the rest of the way. Yeah, Bucelis, listen, I really like Bucelis. I think he's got a ton of upside. I really do. I'm not even a hater. I'm just we're taking him ahead of Jimmy Butler, Lowry Markkanen, Asar Thompson. Asar Thompson makes sense. Asar Thompson does. But Bucelis ahead of Asar makes sense. But Lowry, Jimmy, Trey Murphy, bro. I'm a Trey Murphy believer, though. Boston Base with Holiday at 134. Nice. D'Lo at 131. D'Lo, somebody I just have not drafted since the first week. We're at 353. Maybe a little maybe Scoot. If Scoot's there, I'll take some Scoot. Gaff took him. I don't have a lot of Quentin Grimes, and I've been taking a ton of Dante DiVincenzo. So let's get actually not on this build. Not with Fuck it. I can't make up my mind. No, let's get Dante. Let's get spicy. All right, 4-5-3, excuse me. And again, we're just doing guards and wings the rest of the way as we get through round 12 here. You have too much Lowry and Jimmy, 40% each. Yeah, I mean, yeah, of course everyone is like specific to you. I totally get that. I'm not saying you're doing a bad job, Danny. I respect you. I respect you as a person, Danny, okay? You went hard on the Kuz, having a fade now. Yeah, dude, I will. I mean, I showed you guys that draft earlier. I think I took Kuz at like pick 76 because I'm an asshole. That also might have been before the Miles Turner deal. You got auto drafted. Damn. Also, not to go back to this, guys, but I really forgot how much of a banger that Top Shot Tony video is. It really is. It is an absolute banger. Also, there was a funny Wall Street Journal report back to the Kawhi stuff. And the best part, they didn't like reference Pablo the entire time, which is kind of funny since it's based on his reporting. But this was the update here. In December 2021, Joe Sandberg, the co-founder of Aspiration, told another company executive that the Clippers had approached him about doing a deal with Kawhi Leonard and said that this is important to the Clippers, per the Wall Street Journal. In September, though, during an interview with ESPN, Clippers owner Stevie Bombs said it was Aspiration that asked him to introduce it to Kawhi, but denied he knew about the endorsement contract that was signed or that he directed the company to do so. I really do think at this point, outside of Clippers fans and Pablo haters, or even Pablo haters, I think everybody knows that they did this. Like, there's no question. It's just like, is Adam Silver going to do anything about it? Wounded Geese says, Annie, what's up, Wounded Geese? Feel like I haven't seen you in a while. Good to see you. Any Ty Jerome news? No. No Ty Jerome news. I'm not going to say it's good news, but I do think if he had torn his Achilles, which is what I thought happened, we would know by now. Because that's usually a pretty quick test. And this was now 2 or 3 nights ago, right? So I think we're in the clear of that, but I don't think he's back soon. I think he's going to miss some time as we see him right there. All right, 4-5-3. Any guards that I like? I kind of stopped taking Schroeder. Is Boucher off the board? Is Bobby Boucher? Yes, he is off the board. Gosh darn it. Do I have any? Let's get Obi Toppin. Why not? Because there's some more. Oh, you know what I should have done there? Hopefully he's there in my next pick. Mazzone. Oh, no. Wallace goes. Maybe I'm the Wallace hater. Maybe this is my fault that I'm missing the Wallace stuff. I just feel like that's a pretty hefty price tag to pay off for what his role is. They get so many dudes. Like Nikola Topic is going to come back with new nuts. You got SGA, J-Dub. I mean, I guess Wallace is kind of nice the first couple weeks with no Topic and maybe no J-Dub. J-Dub injury is kind of weird. I feel like we haven't gotten much reporting on it. Would have asked Andrew Schlecht tomorrow. Unfortunately, Andrew Schlecht's a busy man now. But I respect it. I respect the Schlecht. Man, that could have used that. Schlecht would have been good. Oh, man, I'm so excited we got hoops tomorrow. There was another team that has said Kawhi had asked for a similar setup to come. Well, yeah, I mean, the Raptors said that. So did the Lakers, too. All right, so we see Lively go off the board. Jerome all the way to 156. I mean, listen, if we find out Jerome's it was like a scare and he's fine, like a strain or something, and he misses a week, 156 is awesome value, especially with Scottie Pippen missing so much time. It's why I've been taking Coward, though. Jalen Wells up to 136. There we go. Oh, that was Mazzone. That was nice. I just took Wells so early, so much. Not early in drafts, not early in the draft. And then ETR was really poo-pooing it. They did not like it. I wanted to take a Yegor. Good pick, Danny. I was hoping Yegor was going to be available there. We could maybe go Keyshawn George here. I wanted to go Walter Clayton. I'm off of the Kings, guys. Davion Mitchell is less exciting now that his ADP's come up a little bit with the news that Hero also might be back. We'll just take Keyshawn, get another share of him. What do we got? 2 picks left? Here we go. 2 picks left, bros. Let's get there. Let's do it. Let's get there. Also, listen, I'm going to share this. Am I logged in? Yeah, I'm logged in. All right. I'm going to go share go subscribe to the Substack. Okay, guys, just go subscribe to it. How do I share it? And if you don't want to, I understand, but this is going to be good accountability. We're gonna really try to do this weekly. We're gonna try to do it weekly. I don't know if that link's gonna work, but let's see. We're gonna try to do it weekly. We're gonna try to get some posts out there. It's fun. You can see the last one was November 6, 2021, and it was called The Hard and Truth. Also did some big bong rankings. That was fun. But yeah, we need to get it back. We need to get it back. Go check it out. Trying to be a little bit more active on there. You've been checking since it happened, and this is about Ty Jerome. And as of a few hours ago, still no news at all about Jerome. It's been all Scottie Pipp. Yeah, Scottie Pippen one sucked. That came out of nowhere. The Scottie Pippen one came out of nowhere. All right, we got Isaiah Jackson at 173. That's fun. We might just take Ayo Dosunmu here. McCain's kind of fun too, because I don't know how much time my guy's gonna miss. We could also just take another share of Coward if we wanted to, and just like really lean in, and that could be our take. We might do that. Also, Fears is fun. So my wing room is Denny, Jimmy, MPJ, Eason, Kuzma, Obi. So I think I'm going to take a guard here and then end with a wing. I think that's going to be the goal. So let's get Coward. And then we'll focus on the wings of the room. We'll focus on the wings. Bryce Sensabaugh, 176. I think Sensabaugh is kind of a fun one. I value Hendricks a little bit more than Sensabaugh, but I understand it. I understand the play. Jaime Hawkins goes. So it will go Sensabaugh as Hendricks. A lot of Utah love. Mazzone gets it. Mazzone, were you taking Hendricks over Sensabaugh the whole time? Jaime Hawkins is somebody I've not got to a lot. I feel like Jay Dassey's been living life. AD, Embiid, Ayton. All right, I actually like this. All right, so Io first last round pick. Boston based with Wendell. I actually think Wendell Carter Jr. is somebody that doesn't get drafted really at all. And I kind of like the pick. McCain at 182 is really good, I think, for 16th. Middleton's fun. Let's see what Mazzone does. He's on the green right now with an 8-foot putt. Mazzone eyes it, steps up. Auto drafting. Keon Ellis. There we go. That's a shout out Roto Run. That was John Warner's take when we did the show. Anthony Black, I think, is a fun one. Let's go get our guy Bags. Let's go get Marvin Bagley for the culture. Let's do it. Bang. So here we go. We finished with a 6-7-3. Cade, White, VJ, Dante, Keyshawn, and Coward. The wing position, Denny, Jimmy, MPJ, Eason, Kuz, Obi, Bags, Sabone Bone at 18, Walker, Kessler, Klingon. Mazzone here finished with Paolo, Scotty, Ja, Miller, Duran, Sharp and IQ, Onyeka, Kamara at 105, Risa Shea, Bubs, Jalen Wells, Filipowski at 153, Clayton at 16. A lot of Jazz love. Look at that Jazz run. Hendo, and then Keon. Already went over mine. Danny here with Wemby, Giddy, Zion. Then Reeves, Booz, Benny, Math, Ace Bailey, Shep, Wiggins, Knips, DeJounte, TJ, Yegor, Jarris Walker. Shout out Jarris Walker. Ronnie Holland. And then we'll see who he goes last. But then Maddie here with 8-4. I'm assuming 8-4-4 or 8-5-4. We'll see. Giannis, Spicy P, J-Dub. The Canadian King, Jamal Murray, Desmond Bain, Anita Hero, Garland, Toby, CJ, Nas, Kyrie, Sex God, Quentin Grimes, Kada, Cock. And let's see what he does here. Oh, yeah, there we go. You got your guy Casper there. You got your guy Casper. Shout out Danny. Always Hendricks. Hell yeah. I have fears of being a coward. I see what you did there, the Gale. And then Derek Queen. Guys, great draft. This was a good 16th round from everybody. Really good stuff. All right, guys. I'm excited. Basketball tomorrow. I appreciate everybody hanging out. Again, I'm going to plug this thing for the 45th time. I apologize. If you don't know, go hang out with us tomorrow all day long from noon until tip of the first game. We've got guests from all over the NBA. We're giving away cash. Well, actually, I think technically we're giving away Bitcoin. Because we're presented by MoonPay, which is very fun. We're giving away NBA tickets. We'll have Live Before Lock. We'll have a lot of fun. Some 89 Cavs. We're going to have a little bit of everything tomorrow. And then we're off and running. NBA Bit Monday through Friday. All the goods. Get your last drafts in. Over 90% here. I think I got 5 left. So I'll be in the lobbies today. And then, see you for some So Rare content a little later tonight. Happy Monday. Let's get after it. Let's get after it.